In the last lesson, I taught you how to use conditionals. In this lesson, we're just going to improve the code a little bit. We're going to combine all this first, add some improvements to the code, and have a usable routine by the end of this lesson. So I'm going to delete all these lines of code. So I want my function to be named VP. You can choose whatever you want, of course. We don't need this alert anymore. But I do need to add a command function here. I need to restore that, the mview. Just run the mview command to end the code. So our if statement, you notice how I deleted the or else part of it that I had down here, that little alert, right? This is actually optional, so we only need if this condition exists, do this. The or else part is optional. One thing to note is that when we run the command function and use the layer command to create a new layer, it'll change the active layer to that new layer. But if the layer already exists, it's not going to change our active layer to the viewport layer. So I have to add one more line of code here. I'm going to use the setVar function to change the C layer variable, that just stands for current layer, to our layer, viewport in this case. Then I'll run the mview command, and then our program terminates after that. So let's check this, make sure we didn't, I didn't screw anything up, and let's load it into our drawing. So I gotta go into layout to try it, of course. So let's type VP. It's working. Let's try it with see if the layer works. The layer function of this program works. And it did. I'll try that out one more time just in case. Okay, let's delete these. I'm gonna purge the layer. Oh, I can't purge it. Oh, because it's my active layer. Hang on, sorry. Okay, let's try the command again and see if it creates the layer for us. Perfect, it did. So far, we've only created a very simple AutoLISP routine, but a very useful one as well. We can improve this routine even more, however. One important improvement, and I'll show you why I want to make this improvement, is I want the routine to switch back to whatever layer the user was on before they ran the routine. The reason for this is you'll notice I just inserted a block, and of course that block goes into the drawing on the active layer, which is the viewport layer. It's a no plot layer. It's very hard to tell if blocks are on which layer blocks are on, right? This one's on the s-ano layer, so it will print. This one's on the viewport layer, so it won't print. So for someone unfamiliar with our routine, they might not know that it switched the layer on them, and they might insert a bunch of content on a no plot layer. We can fix this, and we can change the layer back to the layer they were on before we ran the routine. You have to learn a lot of new code to do this, but it's well worth it. So stay tuned for those lessons coming up shortly. Thanks a lot for watching up to this point.